It's getting dark, and this is not. I didn't want to go live this late, but I had a very long day today, to say the least. So my little brother has a channel, and he was attempting to live out of his car for, I don't know, a few months now, and he is 6'4", and he has a Challenger, and so he's thinking he needs to upgrade to something bigger. So we have been gone all day long. I literally just got home. I was expecting to be home a little bit earlier, but unfortunately we left, we were in 5 o'clock traffic and stuff, and we had to stop to eat because we had not eaten today. But go check out his channel. It's Levi the Giant. He has some good, or not good news, he has big news that he wants to share with you guys, which I just kind of given you a hint about it. But I'm really, really excited for his journey. But I have been up since 4 a.m. this morning because my sleeping schedule's been all out of whack. And so I woke up at 4, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay up, and hopefully I can go to bed early tonight. And it's already about 7 o'clock, so as soon as this live chat's over, I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna go to bed because I am so tired. I tried so hard not to fall asleep on the ride home. I need more sleep, yes, I agree. I usually get a pretty good amount of sleep, but my sleeping schedule's been so weird lately. Tammy says, hey, so cool about the bus build, ever sell the van, can't wait to see it done. I've had quite a few people reach out to me about the van. I haven't officially posted it online for sale. I mentioned it a couple times in some van life groups on Facebook that I'm in, and then of course all of you know that I'm going to be selling it. So I've had some people reach out, and maybe possibly one person coming to look at it. I haven't really tried too hard to set anything up with anyone just because I'm still moving out of it, and I despise moving. I've moved so many times over the course of, I guess, the last 10 years that I hate it. So I've been just slowly moving a little bit of everything every day, and it's getting there. I'm almost completely moved out. Then I'm just gonna take it to the car wash, clean it up real good, and then I think that's it. And then I'm gonna post pictures, and it'll be up for sale. So I'm excited about it. We just woke up from a nap. I feel like I just woke up from a nap with just the way that I'm feeling. Josh Williams said, good luck with your van. You got a good deal. Still searching. I saw one in Miami, Florida, but I live in Louisiana. Sometimes I'm sorry that the camera's moving. This tripod is not made for this phone stand that I'm using. So, I will look at the comments on my phone so I don't have to touch the screen anymore. Sometimes you have to drive to get a good deal. We just went to go look at something today. Drove, 2 hours there, 2 hours back, and it sucks, especially if you wind up not getting it, but sometimes that's just what you have to do. To buy this bus, I drove 3 hours there and 3 hours back, which is not necessarily what I wanted to do, but it was worth it in the end. So my little brother's driven around a few times looking at a few different things, a few different vehicles, and he has yet to buy anything, but he's trying really hard, and he's putting in the effort and driving around and really looking at everything and trying to find something his size. Bobby said, you guys got any rain yet? It's been raining on and off for the past few days, and then I think it's supposed to rain the next couple of days. We'll have a few days off, and then it's supposed to rain some more. So I'm gonna start, I will hopefully have the outside of the van or the bus. Hopefully I'll start getting it done, but if anything, if it's just raining all the time, I'm just gonna work on the inside of the bus. Dustin said, hope everything turns out well. Do you plan on traveling the country? Yeah, that is basically the ultimate goal, is to travel around the US. I have not done a whole lot of traveling in my lifetime. I worked with a band for a while, and I got to travel with them a little bit around the United States, but when you're in a tour bus and you don't necessarily get to explore. It's not really the same thing. So I'm looking forward to really traveling and going to explore and really just spending time with nature as opposed to being in a city and just being able to walk around the city at whatever venue you're at. Carmel said, "What will the bus's name be?" I think I've settled on a name. I think I will. I'm still sitting on it though. I think I've settled on a name though that I really like, and I guess I'll tell you guys the name of the bus once I paint it. Once you find out what color the paint's gonna be. Let's see. Someone said, "Oh, Hoppa77 said, where is the first place you want to travel to?" First place I want to travel to, I don't really think I could necessarily say the first place I'm going to travel to. Once the bus is finished, I have a few places to stop, and then on my way, I'm gonna, like on my way basically to New Mexico, and I'm gonna start there and kind of zigzag up the west coast and then kind of make my way east, and just, I don't make plans, and I don't have set plans, so I'm just gonna go with the flow, because that's how I do everything. I just go with the flow. D. Huffman said, "Don't forget your thumbs up for support." Thank you, D. Shelly said, "Silver is my guess for the color. Am I right?" So I'll give you guys one hint on the color. A lot of people on my paddleboard video said that they thought that the color was going to be teal or turquoise. And I'm assuming that is because I guess I mentioned something about the color, and that's the color of my paddleboard. I actually didn't choose the color of my paddleboard. I wanted one that it looked more like a wood grain. And they sent me the turquoise one, which I'm not complaining at all. Like I don't really care that much. It's an awesome paddleboard. I'm just happy to have it, but it's definitely not going to be a crazy out of the ordinary color. So it's not going to be some crazy bright color. I'm just not in. I like neutrals. I like nude colors. I'm very I guess basic when it comes to stuff like that. Like if it was my mom's bus, she would probably paint it purple or a crazy blue color because that's how she is, but I'm just the complete opposite. Mosh100 said, "Do you think you'll put a shower or bathroom in your bus?" 100% going to do, I think it's a Nature Head compost toilet. And then for the shower, I will have a shower set up, but it won't be like a traditional shower setup. I don't want to have a huge water tank for that. So I know that probably doesn't, no one's really going to know what I'm talking about until I actually show you guys what I'm talking about, which I will very soon, because I do want to just kind of show you guys the product that I'm using to kind of help me out with this idea that I have. And I want other people to be able to see the product, and if you are kind of building also, that you can use it too. Jeb said, "Hello, have you thought about putting storage under the bed?" 100% going to put storage under the bed. I am definitely going to do kind of a mixture of the two layouts that I showed you guys with some changes. I've thought a lot about it, and the one thing that I really wanted that I may have to sacrifice on is a bed for guests. And I know a lot of people were saying that that's probably shouldn't be necessarily a priority for me. But the thing is I've already gone on 2 trips with friends, and once the bus is finished, I'm already planning on meeting up with a friend who will be spending some time with me in the bus while we travel for a little bit, and I think sometime in New Mexico. So I do want to have enough space for 2 people to be comfortable, and I'm not opposed to, like, sleeping in one bed if I do have a friend traveling with me. That's not a big deal to me, especially I'm not going to have them with me if they're not like a really good friend. So it's not a big deal to me. And I don't know. I'm still working out the kinks. I'm still laying out the design, still kind of tweaking everything. And this is all while I still haven't even started breaking everything down. So demo day is coming up very soon, and I was debating on keeping the ceiling and not taking the ceiling down, but I feel like if this is going to be my home for a while, I want to do it right. So I've been binge watching a whole bunch of videos on bus builds. I've been watching Navigation Nowhere. I've literally watched, he has a bus that's kind of like this. I think his is a little bit bigger. So I went and I started from his first video. Actually, I watched a few of his other videos just randomly. Then I went back and I started watching from his first video, and I'm just going through them all. And I'm actually learning a lot. So that's probably my top channel that I've been watching lately. So I'm, because of him, I decided I'm gonna rip out the ceiling, rip out the walls, rip out the floor, and really try and do it the best possible way that I can. I even considered spray foam. That's something that I'm not sure I'm going to do, but I'll touch on that in a later video. Greenhorn 1 Acre did a $20 super chat, said, for you and the bus, do you have a P.O. box now? Thank you so much, Greenhorn. I actually went to the post office to get a P.O. box, and they said I have to do it online, and then they also had like certain requirements that you had to have with you, which I didn't at the time. So now and they said you can do it online, or that I have to do it online for the one that I wanted. So I just need to sit down at the computer and do it, find the paperwork I need to do it. So I will say that I will have a P.O. box. What's today? Monday? I'll have a P.O. box by the end of the week. So by Friday, you guys, I will have a P.O. box if you guys want to send me a card or something. So I'll have that. Let's see. I know I've been talking, so I missed some things. A lot of people said forest green on the color of the bus. Green is my favorite color, so I do understand why a lot of people have said green. I'm going to be adding some people as moderators here because I don't have any of my normal moderators on here right now. So if you turn blue, I trust you. Someone said something about considering the weight of the bus. I'm not sure who said it, but I'm definitely thinking about the weight when it comes to this build. That's something that I didn't necessarily pay too much attention to on the van, and I honestly don't think that it was a big deal. I think as far as everything that I put into the van and building with 2x4s, it wasn't necessarily a big deal. The gas mileage didn't change whatsoever from the time that I bought the van to when it was done, completely built out. So I'm not too concerned about it. This is meant to haul a whole bunch of kids, but I am being more conscious of it than I was in the van, because I will have things in here that I didn't have in the van, like a refrigerator and a lot more stuff as far as like the storage. Like my paddleboard is pretty heavy, so there's just certain things like that that I am going to take into consideration that I wasn't necessarily thinking about when I built out the van. Allie said, you live in a camping car. Right now I am staying in my mom's guest bedroom, and I'm building out the bus. Once the bus is done, then I will be living in a bus. And I was living in my van. I'm not living in the van anymore, getting it ready to be sold. Crystal Thomas said, what kind of mattress did you have in your van? In the van, I had a 4-inch memory foam mattress that I just bought from Walmart. It was pretty cheap, and it was actually very, very comfortable, and I don't regret that buy at all. And the only reason I'm not keeping it is because I cut it specifically for the size that's in there, which is not a full size mattress. And I do want at least a full size, not queen size in here. So, and I'm also gonna get an 8-inch memory foam because that's what I originally wanted. But the 4-inch memory foam is really comfortable. So the 8-inch can only be better. Ace Man 2D said, I doubt you would exceed the weight limit on the bus, but you never know. Yeah, I really don't think that I'll exceed the limit. DK said, did you experience any mold issues in the van? You doing research on anti-mold. I did not have any issues with mold in the van whatsoever. Of course, I did deal with condensation because that's just something that you deal with when you're living in a vehicle. they're not meant to be lived in, especially when, you know, you have heat and stuff in there. But I didn't have any issues with that at all. So I'm getting behind. MD said, where are you putting the litter box and cat stuff? So originally I was thinking I could put the litter box like right when you open the doors, there's that like cubby area over there. But I'm thinking I'm going to use that to put shoes. I saw a layout that I really liked where they did that. And I thought it was funny. There's a couple people that commented about like, oh, don't put the litter box as soon as you walk in. Like that's all you're going to smell. And that always gets me because if you've ever had a cat, if you have had issues with the litter box smelling, you're either not using good litter, you don't clean it as much as you should, or you just never had cats. I literally never have an issue with the litter box smelling unless I don't clean it often, which I clean it pretty much every single day, and I never have any issues with the smell as far as the litter box goes. And this is a very small space, so it really doesn't matter where you put the litter box. If it smells, it's going to smell from wherever it's at. Let's see. Oh, Kristen's World Outdoors. Alan said, what will you do with your car? I actually did sell my car, so it is currently with its new owner. Cheryl said, I like the shoe cubby idea by the door. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people put their shoe cubby like as soon as you walk in, but on the left side. And then I saw that one layout where they had it on the right side, and that to me made so much more sense. So I think I'm going to do something similar to that and maybe make it, I don't want to cover up that side window too much. I really like that you can see out of it, and I'm hoping that that's an area that cats will like to sit at while I'm driving. So I'm going to try and keep that open. Yeah, it's a Norris thing that I have 6 cats, no smell. Yeah, if you just take care of them, Bobby said my favorite. I'm actually obsessed with burnt orange at the moment too. About something, I don't remember where it was. Wayne Holland said, are you going to line it with a sound barrier tape? A great road noise that can be a big issue. Yeah, I do plan on using some type of noise canceller, noise barrier. I've seen a lot of people use it, and so definitely going to be doing something like that just to kind of keep the noise down. Sarge said, do you carry a weapon for protection in the van and bus? Yes. I don't like to say exactly what I have and where I have it, just because then it's not as, you know, then if someone's watching you, like on here, they're gonna know where all your protection is. So I won't say what or where, but yes, I do keep multiple forms of protection on me at all times. Wayne Holland said, green with burnt orange trim would look fantastic. I don't know about that combination. I love those colors though. Allie said, you will travel all over the world. I would love to travel all over the world, and I do have a really awesome trip coming up that is not in the United States. I'm actually flying out of the United States. I don't want to give too much, but a friend of mine who knows that I've had a tough year, I guess, was like, hey, I'm going on this trip. Do you want to come? And it literally is going to cost me basically. And so there's just no way that I could say no. So I know that by then I'm going to be probably pretty frustrated with this build because when you're working on something for so long, you tend to get frustrated. So it'll be a good time for me to take a break from the build, regroup, and then come back and hit it again. So I think I've seen a few people comment about Bandit. Bandit is currently with her dad. I do plan on getting her back once the build is done, but for now I can't keep my mom's because she rents her house and she's not allowed to have big dogs here. So unfortunately, I didn't want to leave her outside in a fence or tied it to a chain. So she's in good hands for now, but that's where she is at the moment. Linda said dark is hotter, pick a light color. It is a light color. I do like the idea of hunter green, but I don't know if that would be too dark. Ace Man 2D said, I don't blame you, you should always carry personal protection. Very true. Mrs. Cole Ranch is in the house. I think my comments on my phone are behind versus the comments on this phone. Let's be honest, and hopefully the weather will clear up. I really hope that the weather does clear up because I'm sick of the rain. I wish that my okay. We're gonna start over here. Brazos Valley Soap said, do you have a name for your bus? I think I do have a name for the bus. I'm not gonna spoil it yet. I'm gonna wait until I announce the color, and then I think I'm gonna tell you guys the name. The rain is better than snow. I do agree with that. The rain is better than snow. I have to say so. I'd rather it be raining than snowing. Sarge said, will you have any kind of generator? I actually did have a small generator, but it apparently has mysteriously disappeared. So at the moment, I do not have a generator, and I don't know that I plan on buying one. They're definitely a little bit pricey, and so as of right now, it's just not something that I'm taking into consideration when it comes to the budget. I have so many other things that are also pricey that I want to focus more on, like the solar, and pretty much the solar is like the main thing. That's where all my money is going, or at least a huge chunk of it. Alice in Wonderland said deck on top. Yeah, I really do want to put a roof deck on top. I know a lot of people do roof decks, but they're pretty awesome. So that was, a thing that I wanted to do from the start. So I definitely will be putting a roof deck on the roof at some point. That'll probably be one of the last things that I do as far as build goes, or at least something that I do further down the line. Bobby said the noise barrier is like insulation foam, right? It's, from what I've seen, it almost looks like Reflectix, but like they're stickers, and you don't even have to cover everything. You just stick them in a bunch of places here and there, and it does something that helps, take away the sound. So it's not a huge investment, and apparently it works really well. So that's the plan for that. Liz said, I love snow personally. I have a 4x4 Chevy Suburban, so I'm not afraid of snow. Growing up in the Midwest, used to it. It's not that I don't like the snow. I just would rather not work in the snow. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'd rather it not be snowing. Shelly said, building a small kitchen. Yes, that's another thing too that I know that I really would like to put in like a small RV stove oven, like a legit one. But again, that is something that would be $600 to $700 new, compared to if I had just a top burner with maybe like a conventional oven, which would maybe put me more like less than $200 at the higher end. So that's also just something that is going into the budget, and I'm kind of budgeting as I go, as I kind of weigh like what I really truly need, what I really truly want, what's more important to me, what's most important to me, and just it kind of just depends on where my priorities land. Georgia Peach did a $50 sticker of a little box of fireworks. Thank you so much. I wish that you guys could also like comment whenever you guys do stickers. I think that would be cool. That's something that YouTube needs to change. Rob said Chrome did the stick sound sheets rubbery foil. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do too. I cannot pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. Something Mayhem said, hey kid, Harbor Freight has a great 100-watt solar kit for about $150. I have gone to Harbor Freight and looked at their solar kits, and I just, when I was there at the time, they didn't have the solar kits that you can mount on the roof. They only had like these huge solar kits that folded out, and like basically what I have for the Jackery and for my Blue Eddy. And so that wasn't necessarily something I wanted. I want this time around to have solar that I can mount on the roof, as opposed to just like the fold out solar that I have for my power banks. And I would love to be able to plug them straight into the solar panels too. Which Donna Van Life sent me the plugs to be able to do that. So I have that. I just don't have solar panels. Kristen's World Outdoors did a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Kristen. I very much appreciate it. All this is going in right back into this bus. Green Acres Bloom said, tell us what you want. We really, really want. I really, really want this to be done, but I know it's gonna take so much longer than I anticipate, because I really wish that I could get it done in just a few months, but I feel like it's gonna be at least 3 months, maybe like up to 6 months, if not longer. But I'm really hoping to get on the road before then. I just don't truly have any idea how long it's really gonna take me. This is something I'm pretty much doing on my own. I have a couple of people that are more than willing to help, and I appreciate it so much. I just don't want to put anyone out, and of course these people are offering, and at the same time I'm kind of like, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. So it's one thing to help someone when they're telling you what to do if it's their project, but if I don't know what I'm doing, I can't be like, hey, I need you to do this, or I need you to do that. So it's kind of hard to direct when you don't necessarily know what you're doing and you're kind of winging it, which I 100% am winging it. I will watch the same video over and over again until I really truly get it and understand what they're saying, especially when it comes to electrical stuff. Alan said, will you have an awning for your bus for shade? That to me is more of a luxury item that if I did have it, I would put it, that would be one of the last things that I install on the bus, and it would definitely be something that, if I happen to have the money for it, sure, I would love to throw that on there, but it's not necessarily a top priority for me. Isaiah Woodsman said, Harbor Freight Solar was where I started. Pros is the go-to for RV solar. He's on YouTube. I will definitely do that. There's one channel, this girl, I don't remember her channel name. I'll share a video on my community tab of hers. I really liked her channel. She started building out a ProMaster a few months ago, and I learned a lot, and it really made me want to get a ProMaster, but that wasn't in the cards for me. But I am a firm believer everything happens for a reason, and I'm really happy that I wound up with this bus. Cheryl said, keep your van while building for quick getaways around Tennessee for sanity's sake. There are lots of good spots around here. I would love to, but at the same time, when I sell my van, all of the money that I'm getting from the van is going right into, that's the only reason why I'm like, I would love to sell it sooner than later. Bladewire said, your lighting and background look very dystopic. So awesome. Well, thank you. I have to Google that word later. Steve, is it Cyril? Did a $10 Canadian super chat? Thank you. I'm so bad when it comes to like what that means, like if it's from Australia or England, and I'm just terrible. Journey Along with Shannon said, excited to see your bus build. I'm really excited to start the demolition, but at the same time, I'm terrified because that's when it gets real. Working on the outside is sanding down paint, no big deal. And then you get inside and everything's like technical and there's wires everywhere. It's the wire. And I know that it's probably a lot easier than what I'm thinking in my head. I just when I'm nervous about something, I tend to overthink it, and that's exactly how I feel about the electrical. My brother's really good with electrical stuff, so I'm sure that he'll be more than happy to help me out. But I know nothing about solar, I know nothing about electrical stuff. And no matter how many times I watch YouTube videos, I will get it while I watch it, and then as soon as the video is over, I'm just like, okay, I totally forgot everything that I just watched. Brazos Valley Soap said, I need more of that at my age. It did not come easy. I will say that. Jake said, keep your van, you will regret selling it. I'm sure of it, you will need it. I am 100% content and happy and confident in my decision of selling the van. I have no emotional ties to the van itself. I do appreciate the journey of building it out and learning everything that I learned building it. It was definitely, it's so much different than building like, the shed house or a tiny house. Like it's just so different building inside of a vehicle versus where stuff is square. It's like with the bus, not everything's gonna be square, so that's just more challenges to learn, which I'm totally fine with. I love pushing myself to the limits, even though sometimes I get overwhelmed. A good cry is necessary, but it makes you feel better afterwards, and you feel stronger, and you get back up and you push forward, and that's what counts. Bobby did a $20 super chat. Happy early St. Patty's Day. Oh, happy St. Patty's Day. Speaking of, I wonder if they're going to do anything in Nashville. I've never been not in Dallas for St. Patrick's Day. I usually always go to the St. Patrick's Day parade. Obviously not last year because there wasn't one. And I don't know if they'll be doing anything for St. Patrick's Day because of the virus now. But everything seems to be kind of opening back up and being a little more laid back. He said when you watch the do-it-yourself videos, take notes, then you can study the notes. True. That is true. I'm just terrible at taking notes. Absolutely terrible. Alan said, have you considered getting a bike rack and a bike for lull areas? I would love to. I actually thought about, I'd love to get a mountain bike. But I thought about getting like an electric scooter for times where I didn't want to necessarily drive the bus everywhere, but I found that it goes up to like 40 miles per hour. I wouldn't want to get like a motorcycle or moped or anything like that because it's so big and bulky, but a bike or an electric scooter would be legit. I'd be totally open to that. I've thought about it. Sharon said, you need Home Depot, Target, Walmart registries for people who want to help you can. So I had a wish list for my van, and a lot of it at the end was more of just like decor stuff. And I know that people want to help and they like to send things. I do have a wish list right now. I've never shared it. I've never posted it. And for me, it's more of not so much a wish list as more of like a to get list. Just that I do plan on buying regardless at some point, just because I need it. And I figure if I make it, and I do wind up sharing it, if someone does want to help, they can send something out there if they want to, but I'm not necessarily asking anybody to. Needed and as I can afford them. Like I do have bigger things on another private list on Amazon of like the stove and like solar panels and just stuff that's actually pretty pricey that of course I'm not going to put on a wish list. Let's see. Electric assist bikes are great. No motor license needed with some scooters. The reason why I would rather have an electric scooter versus an electric bike is because they break down smaller and they're probably a little bit lighter. So I'm just trying to be as lightweight as possible and also as small as possible when it comes to things. Like the paddleboard I'm gonna buy one anyways at some point, and it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be, and it's a lot heavier than I thought it was gonna be, but it's super worth storage. I have so much stuff in the van, you guys would not believe how much stuff you can fit in such a small place. Bring back your power, remember who you are. I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah. Brazos Valley Soap said they make foldable bikes. Might be easier to get one of those for getting around and hauling groceries and such without having to drive there. Yeah, I might look at. I know that there is an electric bike that kept sponsoring a whole bunch of channels, so maybe they'll send me one. I don't know. But it was mold resistant. That's interesting. If I wind up, I don't want to say too much because I want you guys to be in the dark for a little bit about my bathroom. That's a weird thing that I never thought that I would say. I said, have you decided on storage for clothes? I know that was a problem in the van. I'm 100% going to have a shower. I mean, not a shower, a closet. I do. Technically, I'll probably head to Dallas and go through all of that stuff because a lot of the things that I had with me when I started traveling in it, I had my winter stuff. And my sister has all my summer stuff, like all my dresses and most of my shorts and tank tops and stuff like that. So I'll probably have to go switch out in the bus because who really needs that many clothes if I literally can't even have them with me all the time? Being on Facebook Marketplace for everything. And so for me, when it comes down to it, when it's time, like if I'm like, okay, well, I need to either buy a stove or buy a cooktop and a convectional oven, like it's either one or the other. I need it now. I'm either gonna buy it new, or if I can't find it on Facebook Market or Craigslist or like a refab store, then I'm just gonna buy it new. It is what it is. Not work or may not be truly functional or even safe. Lady in Red said electric bike. She can try and get a sponsor for free. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of channels get sponsored by electric bikes, so I might go back and look at those channels to see what company it was and reach out to them. Wish list, leave it up to the people if they want to send you something. I mean, that's pretty much what I just want people to know. I'm not asking anyone to send stuff, but I know that there's people that I always try and send stuff to my, fellow YouTubers and do super chats and stuff on other channels. And that's just, some people are just like that. I just want people to know I don't expect it, and I appreciate it if you do. I'm definitely gonna do life-proof flooring in here, and I feel like because of the van build and the way that it was decorated and just built out in general, I think people are probably gonna think that I'm probably going more towards it. It's gonna be 100% me. This is my vision. This is something that I wanted kind of for the van, but it just didn't necessarily work out that way because of budget, materials, and when you're building something out and you are brainstorming with another person, you kind of bounce ideas off of each other, and so you're kind of merging two visions into one. And so this particular project is going to basically be 100% me, and I'm not gonna have that other person or another person. This is what it's going to be. This is my vision, and I cannot wait to bring it to life. And of course, like my mom or like my brother will probably give me ideas, and I can bounce ideas off of them. But I already know exactly what I want it to be. And so the hardest part for me, probably the most expensive thing for me, is having to buy all the tools. But I know that if my little brother winds up buying a bigger vehicle and he's also building it out too, he's going to be going in with me as far as money goes to buy the tools. So Kimberly, best day ever shop said, can't wait to see the finished schoolie. I'm excited for you guys to see it finished. I'm excited to experience just the journey because I know it's not going to be an easy one, but I'm looking forward to the good days, the bad days, and I know I'm going to have moments where I break down and cry because that's just who I am as a person. It's my toxic trait. I'm just kidding. He's dying. Good night. Good luck. Good night, Julie. Paul John's life said, and of course you're getting thousands of opinions from the internet. Yes, and I do appreciate the fresh perspective from subscribers or just people in general, because not everyone that comments is subscribed to the channel. And that's why I always ask a lot of questions, and I ask you to give me your opinion, because not that I always agree with it or even take anyone's advice per se, just to hear what someone else thinks about a certain situation can kind of make you rethink your own thought process on it. And it can also, give you better ideas, or let's be honest, that a good cry is healthy every now and then. I cannot say that I disagree. I 100% agree. I've never been one, and it was fun. Really? You've never been a moderator? Well, you're a moderator now, and good night. And I will be ordering some soap from you because I'm all out. So I'll hit you up on Instagram. Wayne said, ideas are great, but and sometimes, but if I have a question on how to make that vision come to life, I may ask, my viewers what they think, because I may have a vision and I just may not know how to make it possible. And so that is also a very helpful. Someone has an idea and I don't necessarily think like that, or they may have a great idea that I didn't think of. So I always just like to ask questions. I always like to hear you guys' opinions, just because of those reasons. Like to me, it is helpful. Whether it's a good idea or a bad idea, it is helpful to hear fresh perspectives. Popo, it's an extra bonus for you. I'll build something outside the top roof for extra food storage. You're gonna need it. I really don't eat a whole lot. I know that sounds bad, but I'm most excited about having, and I will be getting my fridge soon in the bus, and I'm actually going to use it inside my mom's house, and to kind of get a feel for how I'm going to be eating and what all I can fit in there, and how it's going to really affect my lifestyle from living in a van with no refrigerator to living in a bus, and I'm actually going to have like a freezer and refrigerator. So I'm actually Alaska Bushrat John said, hi Jaylenna, go on Amazon, type in Camp Chef stove. It's about $200. It's a 2-burner stove with an oven and runs off of Pro Stoves on Amazon. And I do have one. I don't know if it's on my wish list that's public or if it's on one that's private. I think I'm still debating on whether it's a conventional oven or if I just want to bite the bullet and buy a small 3-burner stove with an actual oven built in, like a real little RV stove. CJG said, so glad you spoke about cat's litter box. I have a cat in my box when you enter my mudroom, and people never knew or smelled anything. Yeah, I think the thing with cats is just, if you've never had a cat, you just assume that the litter box smells so bad, or you have a cat, or you have kids that have cats and they just don't care for them correctly. My niece had a cat and they had issues with the litter. Should have. So Alina, if you're watching this, it was your fault, not the cat's. Bobby said, check out Restore 2, Tap for Humanity, which I will definitely be checking out. You can always find good deals at Habitat, but you have to constantly be looking for them, because you never know what you're going to find. I've found some really good deals at Habitat for Humanity, like really good deals. And then some, like you could go 10 times in a row and not find anything, and then go another day and you find so many things. I love Habitat for Humanity. Paul Honeyman, hey, did a 5 pounds. Sorry, girl, I'm going to have to watch the replay tomorrow, but had to show my support. Oh, thank you for showing up, and I hope you enjoy the replay tomorrow. Lorna Mike said, hi from Washington State. We had snow, rain, sleet, and now sunshine. Happy you are living your dream. Wow. The whole year in one day or 1 week? I'm actually from Washington State, and I cannot wait to visit. I can't wait to just get on the road and really dive into the nomadic lifestyle. I feel like my trip to Florida was a bit different than what it's going to be when I head west, just because Florida was a lot of paying for parking, like street parking and stuff. Like you're in the city, you're not really out in the middle of nowhere, which is what I'm looking forward to. Um, I did park at a rest stop on a bridge on the ocean in Florida. That was really cool. And then we found free parking in Jupiter for like a week right on the beach, which was also really cool. Steve said, "Hi, Jaylena. We know you're not asking for anything. Please let us help if we want to." I mean, I'm more than happy to put my wish list out there. Like I said, I'm gonna have a PO box for your. I'll have a PO box for you guys to send stuff by Friday. So in the next video or two, I'll let you guys know what that is and let you guys know that it's out, I guess. And I will also add my wish list. I'm in Minnesota. I really enjoy your channel. Thank you. Our homestead she is from Minnesota and she's actually going back to work, so I'm excited to see where she's gonna be doing flight attendant stuff too and van life stuff. Corey, Matt said I watched her earlier today. Huge fan of hers too. Yeah, she's the sweetest and she's so confident and sure of herself. I absolutely love her. She was a huge help to me when I was in Florida. I definitely do consider her one of my really good friends. She actually knew I was buying a bus before anyone. Sade Hashimi said stream on Twitch. As far as I know, the people that I know that are on Twitch are more like bands and stuff. So I don't know, maybe that's something I can look into. But Sarah said, "Jaylena, did you say just refresh?" And the weather's not bad here, but on my end, on my phone, when I was watching it here, if it buffers, I just exit out and get back in and it works fine. Sorry, my friend's texting me, and every single person that I'm friends with makes fun of me for buying a short bus and now living in a short bus and driving a short bus. And it's funny, but everyone does it. So it is what it is. Oops. So since you guys, there's 264 people watching and 393 thumbs up. If I get to 450 thumbs up, I will tell you what color I'm painting the bus on the Slack chat. It's up to you. Let's see. Until then, Wayne Holland said, "Music. Do you have any ideas for a sound system?" So for when I'm driving, for example, in the van, the front speakers didn't work, only the back speakers worked. So I would always have to blare the music for me to hear it, which I always felt bad because I felt like it was too loud for the animals. And so a lot of times I would just listen to podcasts. So it's just really loud talking. And Bluetooth speaker that I'm going to put in the front that I can listen to while I'm driving. And then I do want to have some type of sound system to where, like, because I will have a small projector, and so some type of Bluetooth sound system that's like on my bed where I would go crazy. Just a simple setup, a small Bluetooth speaker in the back where the bed is, and then a bigger Bluetooth speaker in the front, probably one that I can take out with me, like if I'm on a beach or I'm going somewhere that I want to take the music with me. I can easily just take it in and out, and something big enough that I can hear while I drive. Let's see. 150 likes. I'll tell you why I don't want a sponsor who would be willing to do a wrap on the outside of the bus. We are less than, I think, what, 15 likes away? 19 more thumbs up. Cynthia's Juju Gypsy Journey said Bluetooth waterproof speaker is great. Yeah, definitely waterproof. I actually, when I was in Florida, bought a waterproof Bluetooth speaker, and when I opened it all on the inside, and it didn't come with the charging cable, and so I wound up just taking it back, and I didn't buy another one because I was waiting for the money to get back on my card, and then just totally forgot about it. Samantha actually had a Bluetooth speaker that we would use, so I just didn't really necessarily need one. Wayne Holland said some Bluetooth speakers can be daisy chained for surround sound. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Yep, five more thumbs up, and I'll tell you guys what color I'm gonna be painting the bus. Waterproof daisy chain speakers. I have a few there. Great. 450. Okay. Let me prepare. Let me give you guys a little time, little anticipation time. So, I will be painting the bus white. But here's the kicker. It'll be white for the time being. And once the bus is fully complete, I am friends on Facebook, and I follow him on Instagram, this amazing artist who does murals, and I think he lives in like Amarillo or not Amarillo, somewhere in northeastern Texas. And so it's gonna be white once the bus is done, fully converted, and I make my way through his town, and I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna help him paint a mural on the bus. And I'm thinking that the theme that I want to go for is going to be more of like a deserty, artsy theme. So something very classy and tasteful, not like I said, I'm not into the crazy colors. I'm into neutrals. So nothing out of, nothing out of whack, like something really, really cool, deserty, mural. Like, he's an amazing artist. His name's Keith Alexander, I think. So that's that, and that's really all I can say. I'm really, really excited about and he's really excited about it too. So that'll be really cool. And let's see, if I get to, I probably won't stay on a whole lot longer, maybe, I don't know, but if I get to 550 likes before I jump off of tonight's live chat, I will tell you guys what I'm gonna name the bus, or what I feel like I've already named it. Like, this is its name, like, it's done, and I'm totally on board with it. So I feel like this is the right name for him. It's a boy. It could go either way, whatever. It's gender neutral here, okay? So I did come up with, or I did decide on a name, and one of my best friends, Bridget, kind of helped me, and I'm really happy with it. Let's see. Blogging Trucker Review said, I still say it would look awesome with your YouTube channel logo wrap. I will have probably some vinyl decals on the back that have like my YouTube and my Instagram and my Facebook. Flo said, I want to say, after being in the hospital for a month battling COVID, I'm finally home and happy to say I'm doing better and beat it, and hope that you are all safe. That is amazing, James. I'm so happy that you beat it, and I'm so happy that you're feeling better. Almost every person in my family has caught it. I have not yet, thank God. But I feel for anyone who has gone through it. My mom talks about it all the time, like she had it pretty rough when she had it. So I am really happy to hear that you're doing better. Misty says, is your little brother helping you with your bus, or are you doing it all by yourself? So I wouldn't say Levi, if he does the process versus necessarily helping. I mean, of course he would be helping 100%, but he really wants to learn because his goal is to also do something similar, not necessarily a bus, but something bigger than his car. And then, I mean, I have 6 brothers, and 3 of them live here. One of them's about to move here, so I'll have 4 brothers that are willing to help. And then I met this really awesome guy named Brandon, and he is a woodworker, and he has offered to help also. So maybe you guys will see him in the near future. Other than that, I'm not necessarily like looking for anyone to help me. I'm really excited to do it on my own, but I'm not going to say that I'm not going to ask for help or appreciate anyone who is willing to help, because I know that I'm going to need it. Let's see. George Gooden said off-white. I mean, possibly. It really depends on the paint. It may be off-white, and I'm totally fine with that. I may even prefer off-white, but it's just going to be either off-white or white. And the name is not Snow White. Ruben Diaz said, great things are coming your way. Don't give up. I hope so, and I'm definitely not giving up. Idea, great, or sorry, brilliant, so perfect for your personality. I'm really excited about it too. He is an amazing artist, and like, if once you guys see his work, you're gonna be blown away. I'll probably talk about it in a later video and like link his information if you guys want to go follow him on Instagram and stuff. Do I have to tell him? You guys can kind of see who I'm talking about. But let's see. So if you guys want to go check out his channel, or not channel, check out his Instagram and let him know that I sent you. I just linked his Instagram, but he's an amazing artist. Dax, oh, let's see, what is this? It says, hey, yeah, is that a Greek god? Is that supposed to be Hercules? That's awesome, thank you. He deserves it. He's an amazing artist. Sherm Rock said, Ricky Bobby, is that the name? I don't know. Once we get to 100 and, not 100, if we get to 550 thumbs up, we will find out what the name of the bus is. Auntie Anne's in the house. So sorry I didn't get the notification that you were live. No problem. Let's see. Bubbles is not the name. Windows for sun ray. I will be putting some screens on the windows so that I can pin them up. Because I can't have them open with cats. Cats will jump out 100%. Wayne said, a team is a good thing. We got your back. Thank you. I agree. Can't go wrong with a team. Idea. How about twin inflatable bed for guests when needed? Or I use a double high camping. The first time I thought I had to move to the Hilton. So the downfall of air mattresses for me personally in my situation is I have 2 cats. And I cannot say that I don't trust that I trust them not to pop an air mattress. I 100% fully believe that they would pop an air mattress. So that's the only reason why I couldn't do an air mattress. Mrs. Cold Beer Ranch did a $100 super chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That's, you guys, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Like, seriously. Eugene said pearl white is beautiful. I agree. It's kind of like off-white. That's really pretty. Grandma Kelly said, let those who care about you help. We know you can do it by yourself, but it will go quicker if you have more hands working. I definitely agree. Like I said, I'm not going to turn away help, and I actually like be there and help. So I'm looking forward to making, you know, I know that it's going to be a very, I want to say like spiritual journey. It'll be a journey of growth for me personally in every which way or form. This is going to be one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, but I'm really excited to get it done and get started on it. No, I will look into that because I am going to be doing some Home Depot runs. So I did want to say we do have a Harbor Freight here in Nashville. I need, and I go to Home Depot so often, is because Home Depot is literally on a good day. So it's just easier to go to Home Depot. And yeah, I'm going to pay more, but bottom line is it's a lot quicker. And I know already I'm going to be making Home Depot runs. Like, I don't know this from experience. Miss Colbier said, cheers, can't wait to watch your build journey. Thank you so, so much. Next time I go to whenever I go to Texas, I will definitely have to go by the Houston area and see you guys for sure. Christine Buckwood said hi from Ohio. Green Acre One Horn said, way to go, Miss Cold Beer. Miss Cold Beer is now a moderator. And so is Bobby. Bobby's been around. I trust her. Let's see. Barbara's fan said, hit the like button, you guys. I want to know the name of the bus. We got less than 50 likes away from the name of the bus. I think you guys, like, no one would ever guess this, and I think you guys are probably gonna be like, what? Maybe some of you will know. I don't know. Chick for the name of the bus. Bim said, like the bus. Like, I know it's empty right now, but I can already just picture what, like, I have it in my head. I know what my vision is for it, and like I said, I already have like kind of the layout that I want, like given what I showed you guys. I've kind of mixed the two and made a couple of small changes, and I'm really, really excited about how it's, I guess I could do a more detailed, like kind of go over, I could do like a 3D layout thing for you guys. I have to find a good website for that and do that, and then I can do a video on it and show you guys exactly what I have in mind. So you guys can kind of see my vision too, and then watch as it comes to life. I think that'd be really cool. Bobby said, I've seen people spray paint black that they don't use. I'm not necessarily concerned about not using all of the windows. Like I said, I've been watching Navigation Nowhere a lot, and I know that he took out 2 of his back windows and just kind of blacked them out, but he literally like took out the windows and framed them with metal. But I really like the fact, and my bus is smaller, so I really like the fact that I have a lot of light, natural lighting during the day, and I really like the openness in the feel where I have so many windows. And I don't know if that stems from the fact that the bus is so dark and I don't have that in the bus, and that makes me appreciate the fact that I have it in the bus, I think, and that's why, I mean, at least right now, I'm enjoying it, and I really, really like it, and I definitely don't want to change that. Daphne Lansborough did a $50 super chat of a giant pear dancing with flags in a city. Thank you so much, Daphne. I appreciate it so much, and so does the bus, because it's all going back to him, her, whatever you want to call it. It's all going back to the bus. Misty said, wow, you're lucky and utterly grateful for the people in my life. I've learned a lot about friendship and respect so much over the last year, and I'm so grateful for the people who are in my life and continue to be there for me and show support, whether it's, you guys watching in a live chat on a Monday night for an hour and just hanging out. It's a beautiful experience, this whole YouTube thing, and I'm so grateful and so happy to have a YouTube family that's willing to Monday night and talk about the future of this bus, my future tiny home on wheels. I'm really excited, and it makes me even more excited, and it makes me feel so much love to know that there's so many people who is also just excited to see the whole process and the build. And I really hope, with one accomplishment that I want to accomplish in this whole bus build, is I want to show women in particular, that if you set your mind to something, you can do anything that you put your mind to. I'm starting with a done before with literally nothing but YouTube to show me the way. And I want people to know that you can do anything. If you have a dream, you can bring it to life. I'm telling you that you can. And so that's something that I really hope I can show people, because for me, this is something that I never in my wildest of dreams thought was possible. When I bought the van, I was actually going to buy a different. I know that my life would definitely be a lot different had I gone the other way, but I'm grateful for everything that has happened in my life. I wouldn't be who I am today if it hadn't happened that way. And I'm so happy, and I'm just focusing on the positive things, because there's so much negative out there. There's so much negativity out there. And I used to let the negative outweigh the positive, because it's the negative comments that you remember. Unfortunately, that is just the truth. But I have 100%, if I see a negative comment, delete, don't even think about it. It's the positive comments that I try and really hold and resonate, and not the first to admit that it has gotten to me in the past. Okay, now that my rant is over, let's see. Judy said, great idea to paint it white. Can't wait to see the bus done. I mean, even if it stays just solely white for a while, I love the look of a white bus. I've seen a lot of people do it white. Bobby said, oh, happy tears turning me blue. George Gooden did a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, George. Lorna Mike said white color equals endless possibilities. Excellent choice. I definitely agree. Bobby said name Bandit. It's not Bandit, but we are at 519 likes, so we're about 30 likes away from learning the name of the bus. Melody Clark Calkins did a $5 super chat. Shirley Welch says, what is your middle name? So my middle name is Darcel. For a while, my Instagram handle was jaylenadunn, but I recently just changed it to leaveherwildyt, which is leaveherwildyt, which is also my Facebook pages. You can find me at leaveherwildyt is the handle itself. Greenhorn Woodacre said, I have to go. Have a great night, Jaylen and everybody. Good night, Greenhorn Woodacre. Blogging Tucker Reviews said, Miss J, short for Jaylena. I don't know that I would want to name it Junior, because that's basically what it would be. Popo said, take a dog with you. Man's best friend. Dog will protect you. I do have a dog. She is currently with her dad, and I do plan on picking her up whenever the bus is finished. But for now, she is in great hands with her other siblings, and she's probably living it up, because she was ecstatic to see all the other chitlins. Allie said, how old are you? I hate this question because I always forget my age. I'm at that age where I forget my age. I'm pretty sure I'm 28. So I'm about to be 29 this summer. That's the end of my 20s. I gotta make this year count. Terrace did a $5 super chat. Jaylen, coffee break. Love you, girlfriend. Thank you so much. Shirley's Juju Gypsy Journey said, you look so happy. I am very, very happy. I am ecstatic to see what the future holds. So, Blogging Trucker Review said, I really can't wait to see this schoolie bus build. It's going to be awesome. You have no idea. Like, I cannot wait to just really, truly get my hands dirty. I'm ready. Barbara said, you make it easy. We are so excited for you and the adventures we get to enjoy through you and through your fur babies. You are much appreciated. Much appreciated. You have no idea. Okay. Joy Blessed Life said, Elena, you are doing a great job pressing toward the positive. I hope so because, like I said, there's too much negativity that nobody has time for that. Gordon, yes, Bandit will be in Oklahoma until the bus build is done. Bonnie said, seeing happy and smiling makes our hearts smile in return. Thank you. Allie said, the negative comments, and most of the time they don't mean it. I think people who comment negatively on people's videos don't think that they're going to get a response, or they just want to stir the pot. And so for me, it's, instead of giving them the satisfaction of responding, I'll just delete it. Unless it's something like, if it's not anything too crazy, I will respond. But if it's like just off the wall, like just ridiculous, like Joy Bless Life said, hello to the fastest moderator, Auntie Ann. Guys, we are 20 thumbs up away from finding out the name of the bus. You guys, I know that, so there's 241 people, 43 people watching. You guys will be the only ones, because I know that not everyone, not a whole lot of people are going to come and click on this live chat and sit here for an hour and 20 minutes, and they're just not going to do it. So they're not going to find out the name of the bus. Only you guys are going to know the name of the bus if you get to 550 thumbs up. Auntie Ann said, I stopped counting how old I am, laugh out loud. I forget, I still feel like I'm like 26. I don't feel like I'm 28. And my mom asked me how old I was the other day, and I legit thought I was 27. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, yeah, I am. She's like, you're not 27. I was like, what? I was like, what year was I born? What year is it? I had to do the math. Sometimes it'd be like that. Let's see. White is cooler in the hot weather. One other reason why I wanted to keep the color light is for that reason in particular. It's because it does help keep it cool. You guys, I'm having some wine tonight, and this is the first time I've drank in a really long time. It's become more of a special occasion thing. And tonight was a special occasion because I've just had a really long day. But like I said, I am taking a trip out of the United States in a few weeks, in a couple of weeks. Just literally in 2 weeks, I will be leaving out of the US. So, and only you guys know this. I'm telling you right now. You watch live chats, you get spoiler alerts. FYI. But hint, it's not going to be wintertime, and I'm trying to be healthy, and so I've been doing really, really well with that, and I'm really excited to go on this trip. It'll be the first time in my entire life I've ever been out of the US, and I get to use my passport. I paid a lot of good money for that, so time I use it. Let's be honest, I'd never take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. So I saw a quote, and I don't remember who supposedly said it, but it said, I think maybe it was what's his name? I don't know, but it said, if you have a problem with me, feel free to call me and talk to me about it. And if you don't have my number, you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me. And that resonated with me. And I look at it in that way when random people on the internet who don't have my number, so they don't know me well enough to have a problem with me, have a problem with me. And so I really took that to heart, and it's helped me a lot. Miss Cold Beer said, I just turned 40 in January, still feel and act like I'm 21. Best advice my mom ever gave me was shake them haters off and always keep that beautiful smile. And that is such good advice. She was maybe Taylor Swift was honing in on your mom when she wrote Shake It Off. Joy Blessed Life said, I thought most females forgot their age and stopped telling me, included. And see, I feel like this is something that women start doing in their early 30s, because once you hit your early 30s, you just like stay there. My mom's like 34. Or maybe she's 36. But she's been 34 for a long time. And if she's watching, I'm gonna hear about it. Tara said, "What have you done to the bus so far? Mexico ? So to the bus so far, I have taken off all of the stickers on the outside, and I've started sanding the paint so that I can prime it and paint it. But it's been raining, so it's been a little challenging. So through the rain, I'm going to start the demolition on the inside of the bus, which you guys will see in the next couple of days. I'm trying to post as often as possible. So, and I also want to give you guys step by step, show you exactly what I'm doing. Like I said, I want to be able to show anyone that if I can do it, you can do it. I'm starting with no tools. I do have a little bit of experience, but I have no experience when it comes to a bus. So this is all brand new to me, and if I can do it, you can do it. Popo said, "Oh, we hit 550. Okay." All right, let me read these comments real quick. So, I'll take a guess at the name of the bus. I've got to Ladybug because it's in the wild, or Wonder Woman because you're a strong and independent woman. Okay. Joy Blessed Life said, absolutely, for a tour that I was supposed to go on. Probably one of the biggest regrets that I have is that I didn't go on that tour for reasons I'm not going to discuss here. There's just no problem. There's no reason for it, but it is one of the very few regrets that I have. So I'm naming the bus Levy, Levy, and the reason for that is one of my favorite shows. If you haven't watched it, it's called Schitt's Creek, and it is one of my favorite shows of all time. And the guy, my favorite character, his name's David, and his sister always goes, "Ew, David," and it's just an inside joke between me and one of my best friends, Bridget, and so we always say "Ew, David" to each other. But the actor who plays David, his name's Dan Levy, and his dad is the dad from American Pie, which I'm sure all of you know American Pie. So I'm naming the bus Levy. I think it's super cute. And the son on the show are son and father in real life. They're the creators of Schitt's Creek, the dad from American Pie, and yeah, Levy. Yeah, it's my favorite show. So on the front where it said school bus, I'm going to have the name Levy on it, and in the corner, it's going to say, "Ew, David." If you haven't watched Schitt's Creek, it is on Netflix, and I highly recommend it. It's super, super funny. It's a comedy. It's about a family who is hung up on money, and in the end, they find love and family, or love for their family that they didn't have before. It's really funny. It's a good show. So you guys, we will have a mural on the bus, and the bus's name is Levy. And I really like the name Levy. Isn't that a cute name? Levy? I like it. I like it. Not Levi jeans, Levy. And don't say Levy jeans, because now my little brother Levi's gonna be like, "Oh, you named your bus after me." Oh, I'm the giant. George said, "Drive your bus to the Levy." That's funny. Bobby said, "Thank you, Jaylena. It's adorable." I'm really glad that you guys like the name. I love it. Levy likes it too. Barbie said, "I love it because it's so different." It is different. That's another reason why I like it. And it's just the color. If it's white and it's called Levy, I don't know. I just think it makes sense. So when I knew I was going to paint it white, I also considered naming the bus Mr. White, like from Breaking Bad, and like doing the Mr. White on the front, but doing like the table of what's it called? Why am I having a brain fart? Why can't I think of the word? Table of what? It's science. But if you've ever seen Breaking Bad, content, I can't think of it. Come on. The periodic table. But it's called the table of something. But yes, the periodic table. I wanted to have it say like Mr. I thought that would be cool, and it'd be Mr. White. But after Bridget was like, you should name it David. I'm like, be like, yeah, the table of elements, table of continents. Is that right? Because that's what I was thinking, continents. Susie said, what are you going to tell us for 600 likes? What do you want to know? What can I tell you guys for 600 likes? Old name. Jaylena, what about Tame the Wind? The name is Levy. I like it. It's staying. For the mural painting. I told you guys that guy's name is Keith, and his name's not Keith. It is Cameron. He's from Amarillo, but he's not from Amarillo. He is from somewhere south of that. Ooh, okay. So it's gonna be white, but it's also gonna have an accent color. So the what are they called? I forget what they're called. But you know how the bus is yellow and then it has like those black brackets on it? Those are going to be an accent color. So at 600 thumbs up, I'll tell you guys what the accent color is going to be. Instead of the black brackets, it's going to be a different color. I don't know if they're called brackets, but that's what I'm calling them. The chemistry table of all the elements. Yes, that's what I was referring to. I was actually really good in science. I was terrible at math. Really good at science. Makes no sense. Cheryl said, my van, I named it Apollo after my dog I lost in August last year. He was 15 years old, black lab. I rescued him when he was only 3 months old. Oh, I'm so sorry. To me, I could not imagine losing a pet. I'm so sorry. But he's with you, that she's so sorry for your loss. Wanton colors? I don't know what that means. I also thought about dyeing my hair. Not anytime soon, but I'm leaving the tips like just right here, kind of blonde, like it fades into a blonde, and just doing all this color. Well, my roots aren't necessarily brown. They're kind of dirty blonde. They're a little dirty right now, so they look a little darker. My mom thinks it's funny that when my hair is greasy, my hair gets, especially right here, because my face kind of gets greasy around my forehead, so it leads into my hair, and when my hair gets greasy, it looks like almost blonde. And so I think in like my paddleboarding video, everyone was like, your hair's so dark, I love it. And it was just, one, it was the lighting and the filter that I had on the video, but two, it was just because it was dirty and I hadn't washed it. I washed it this morning, and so oily today. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but it's making my hair a little dirty. My hair is definitely dirty blonde. My mom calls it dirty dishwater blonde. I don't know if she would appreciate me saying that on the internet, but that's what she said when I was growing up. So dirty dishwater blonde is what it is. When I was in middle school, and I hated it. But I was also an insecure child, so I hated everything. I was an emo kid. Greetings from HEB, Texas. Are you at HEB, or is there really a place in Texas called HEB? I'm curious. You sparked my curiosity though. Now. Carl F said, how tall is your bus? Low bridges and all that stuff, you know. I don't know how tall it is from the outside. On the inside, it's got to be 6'4", because he stood in it and he is 6'4". There's no way it can be 6'4" because he can't stand up straight. I think it's about 6 foot. It's at the very least, it's 6 foot tall in here. there's a good 4 inches over my head and I'm 5'8", so it's gotta be 6 foot. Rick Duffels said, this is the happiest I've seen you in a while. I did my daughter's hair from dirty blonde to blue and it turned out green. She bawled her eyes out. You got to be really careful when it comes to the crazy colors because it's something, the pigments, when it comes to blue and green hair, something in the pigments of your hair, especially if it's been pre-dyed, if it wasn't pre-dyed, then it was just her natural pigment, it can turn it green. And I've seen it happen so many times, especially when people try and dye their hair blue. And it also has to do with the toner that you use too. I haven't had that happen to me, but I've seen it done a lot. And I used to dye my hair every color in the book. I literally had every color. Paul said, Jaylena and the Furry Pit crew enjoyed your enthusiasm and hearing the gratitude in you was always good morning from England. Paul, it's morning where you're at? I can't believe it's only 8:30. It feels like it's midnight. Like I said, I've been up since 4 a.m. So I'm really tired. Well, I mean, I feel like I got a second wind now, but I was really tired when I started this. I was falling asleep in the car. Lady in Red said, channel names staying the same. Of course, I absolutely love my channel name. It's going to be Leave Her Wild, and I have no plans of changing that. The only plans that I've changed that I have are I'm trying to find someone to do a logo for me so that I can launch some more bonfire campaigns and get some merch out there for you guys. And I'm talking shirts, sweatshirts, maybe hats, phone cases. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to get a really good logo, and I haven't found the right person yet. So if you guys know anyone, send them my way on Instagram. Best way to reach me. Thank you said, you don't need YouTube and social media to survive. Don't let them tear you up like you walk away as you said you would, and you should, even though you just set yourself, take care of yourself. No one needs social media, but I definitely think that there's positives and negatives when it comes to social media. A big negative is the fact that everyone, in a sense, has a voice, which is also very positive, but at the same time can be negative. And I also think that I can say one thing and people can take it out of context and 100% like a lot of times I feel like my mom I feel like she kind of sees me in videos in a way that a lot of my me because I'm not always here, especially when I'm on the road and traveling, and she'll see a video that I do and she'll be like, you look just so sad. And she feels sorry for me when in reality it's not that I'm necessarily sad, it's just maybe I'm tired. I mean, yes, sometimes that is the case, I am sad, but sometimes I'm just tired or just having a rough day. And so social media definitely has its ups and downs, and you can 100% people can manipulate the truth in so many ways that it's just the way that social media is. So it definitely has its ups and downs, but if you do your best to focus on the positive and you do your best to be the best version of yourself and be genuine and be kind, you will find out really fast that no matter how many people try and tear you down and how many people try to take advantage of you or a certain situation or manipulate the truth in their favor, no matter what, the truth, I do truly believe that good always wins in the end. And so, yes, social media has its ups and downs. You really focus on just not allowing the negative energy and just negative people in general to really have any space in your head, you'll be 100% fine. That's something that I had to learn the hard way, and the very hard way, but it's something that I'm still learning and I'm still grasping, and it's helped me tremendously. Bobby said, my youngest daughter had me color her hair purple using splat, and it was really cool, but stained my hands even while having gloves on. Splat was like what you bought at like Hot Topic. I remember Splat. I've had pink, green, purple, blue, red. I haven't had all the colors, but I've had a lot of colors. I love crazy colored hair. I've just always had some type of blonde in it too. And I remember when I was 9-ish, I was so upset with my mom because her and my sister got perms, crying in the living room because I couldn't get a perm. And big mistake. Gordon said, blondes have more fun. I think that's debatable, but I am blonde and I do have a lot of fun, so. But my best friend's a brunette and she also has a lot of fun, so. BB Jones said, you are so special and we have the greatest confidence in you. You will succeed in whatever you do. Ranch said, let us know when you do merch. I'd love a hat and a shirt. Ooh, yes, hats. I would love to do. We are literally 3 likes away from 600 likes. What did I tell you guys I was going to tell you at 600 likes? I forgot. You have to remind me. Lady in Red said, best, I love your hair. Was a green tint made your eyes pop beautiful. Auntie Ann said, I got what was supposed to be a spiral perm when I was 18. It turned out to be a poodle perm. I'm just glad that my mom said no, because I feel like at that time, like it probably wouldn't have done any good for my self-esteem to get a perm at that age. Shirley said, I watched a video where you had mermaid hair. Yeah, Evie said, hey girl, did you get my message about the use of woodworking shop on your build? No, the color of the rubber rails. Okay, that's what it was. Good job, Sharon. Kudos to you. So, I don't know what you call it, like that trimming black metal parts. That I think I'm going to do like a burnt orange color. So I'm going to do like a burnt orange. It says Levy and stuff like that. It's probably going to be black. So it'll be white and burnt orange is kind of the theme to everything, which if I get a mural painted on the side of the bus, it's going to be like a desert theme. So it kind of ties into the burnt orange color. And I'm really, really excited about it. So 600 likes, thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. I am going to jump off here. I'm ready to go take a shower and hit the hay because I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. I'm really excited for you guys to see the next video because I will be getting ready to paint. I might even start priming it. So I do want to ask some advice, but first I'd like to say thank you to Kathy Paulin for the $10 super sticker of the super pair, super flying with the super cape. I really appreciate it. So watching Navigation Nowhere. One is using spray paint cans to prime his bus. And so I'm kind of like, well, is that what I should do? Literally everyone that I've watched as far as like trying to figure out how to prime it, everyone's using spray cans. So I'm like, I don't even know what I would use if I don't use spray cans. So if you have any advice, or if you know anyone, please, that's the route that I should take because I don't know. Other than that, I really don't. Oh, Robertson's Billy Agers. Hey. Hey, Colleen. Everyone's saying bye because we are calling it a night. But yeah, so that's the only thing is I'm not sure if like that's the best route to go because that's what I've seen other YouTubers do. And I'm, like I said, I'm completely new when it comes to a bus build. So do I spray paint it? Is there like a good clue? Because I don't. Please comment down below and let me know. I'm not at a loss. I'm just trying to figure it all out. And I really want to get the outside done as soon as possible. But with the rain, I'm probably going to start on the inside and just gut this bad boy. It ain't even going to know it hit it. So thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me. It's getting late for me anyways. Like I said, I've been up since 4 a.m. So I'm going to try and get a good night's sleep and hopefully I can get a video out for you guys tomorrow. If not, then you will definitely have